Let's talk about string operations. Let's open a new scene and change to the logic layout. You can find the string operations down here in the toolbox under the logic category. And then here you can see we have 6 string operations. I prepared here already a little scene where I simply put all of that 6 string operation nodes into the content editor. So let's start with the length. So if we select that node, we can see we have only one input property, and that's a string input, right? So let's open our text editor so it's more easy for you to see. And for the output, you can see we basically get the length in characters of that input string. So let's type in here, Ventuz is cool. And as you can see, Ventuz, or that string length node, gives us the string itself, the amount of characters, the length, and if it's empty or if there are white spaces inside. Let's talk about a string trim node. As you can see, we have here a couple of options as input properties. We have an input string, and then we can basically define what you want to delete from the string at the beginning and at the end. So let's say we have an XML file where you only want to read the text, but you don't want to have some special characters at the beginning and at the end. So let's open our text editor, and then I will give you a small example. Let's say we have something like this at the beginning. And then we have here is some untrimmed text. And at the end, we also have something like this, okay? And as you can see in the output, we have also now at the beginning these special characters and at the end as well, okay? So if you want to delete them, you simply define in your start characters and your end characters which special characters or any characters basically you want to delete. So let's bring in here these guys. These two backslash and the multiplication sign. And as you can see down here already in the output, the string trim already deleted this string. So let's also put here the output to that multiplication and 2 backslashes, and there we go. And now you can see the output is cleaned up. Let's talk about a string search node. The string search node allows you to find something in your string, right? In your input string. Let's say here, okay, Ventuz is super cool. And as you can see now in the output, we have the full string. We have the index, which is -1, and we did not found anything because we didn't define any search term or search string. So let's say I want to search for super. Let's do that. And now you can see the output of this string search node tells us exactly on which index we can find our search string, right? The super. And you also get a Boolean if this search term is found. Let's talk about a string replace node. This node allows you to replace words or characters in a string based on your property inputs, okay? So again, let's go in here with Ventuz is cool. And now we can also set up a search term and a replace term or string, right? So I want to replace cool with super. Okay, so I will search for cool and I will replace it not with an empty string like it's happening now. I want to replace it with super. And as you can see, our output is now exactly changed to Ventuz is super. The string casing node gives you the ability to upper or lowercase your input string. So again, let's type in here something. Ventuz is super mega cool. And now it's all made to lowercase by default. And if we switch here in our drop down to upper, then you can see now everything is in uppercase. The string split node allows you to split strings into different words, lines, or whatever you use as separators. So we have input string, and let's say I also give here some text. Ventuz is cool, why not? Now you can see as the output we have count 1 is null or white space. We have item and items. That's basically array that items, okay? So this is a whole string and the last items is a string array. Okay, so now let's say I want to set up some separator, and that separator, for example, is simply a space, right? So I press my space bar once in that custom, press enter, and now you can see already this string split node split it based on my separator, right? So my separator is an empty space, right? Or it's a space bar, one empty character, or the space character basically, right? And you also can set up here if you should also split lines. And now you can see in that output we have a count of 3 because Ventuz is cool. We have 3 words, and we defined that the separator is basically the space here in between that words.